Well, luckily, when we had the problem with the distributor caps, I got a box of distributor caps that obviously I've collected over the years. And of course, obviously there was a Ford Escort one because I race Ford Escorts. So anyway, we tried it on and it was a little bit wobbly, so John machined a little sort of sleeve up to make it solid. And then luckily, the distributor rotor arm was higher up, so it gave us a chance to make something that fitted the original fixture for the rotor arm, raise it up and then put a Ford rotor arm on it for transferring the spark. So, few mods, but I'll tell you what, it's turned out to be a great success. And then, of course, when I first built the car, I thought it would be a good idea to put the plugs all on the exhaust side. But as it happens, I don't think it was such a good idea. So now we've split up the wires. We've got 4 plugs on the right, 4 plugs on the left. And we made some nice little conduits for the wires to go in, so it all looks tiddly-poo. And I think it's a combination of smaller chokes in the carburettor, the sparks working properly, and plugs each side, and I don't know whether it's affected it, but we did take the Japanese plugs out and put English plugs in it, so you never know, the car might know and said, that's it, I don't want that old Japanese stuff, I want proper English stuff. So it's got KLG plugs, and I must say it's never gone so well. So absolutely knocked out with it. I can honestly say the old girl has never felt so good. It feels smoother, and of course the clutch is absolutely beautiful now for some reason. I'll tell you what, it's never gone like that before. And that's second gear. In top gear. Lovely, rolling along beautifully. I'm going to change down in the third. Lovely gear box. Down in the second. Never lovely in top gear. I never used to do that. Can't believe that. How much better it is. Lovely. The clutch is slipping a bit, but I think it's the oil, you know. Yeah, it's going the best it's ever gone. Yes, it's going absolutely beautifully. A little bit more work, I reckon it'd be really good. The tick over is a bit fast, and the clutch is slipping a little bit because of the oil that we put on the thing, but that'll soon burn off. But it's never gone like that. Those caps have obviously worked. Putting the smaller chokes in the carburetors work, because now it'll go along in top gear and just poot along. Because you can't go too mad on a wet road, because you've only got it stopping on these little wheels. So, you know, you've got to be a bit sensible. So I was being very sensible. But I mean, it spins its wheels now like no trouble at all. So that's very good. I think for the first time we're having the full benefit of 10 litres and a load of torque. So that's it really, and bloody freezing. As it turned out, the Ford Escort distributor caps, after we'd modified them and John had done a few little bits of machining, have turned out a great success. Because I've always thought that car was held back by the sparks jumping here, there and everywhere. Anyway, that's turned out good. It's hardly leaking at all. I don't think we can imagine we'll ever make it so it doesn't leak, because I think it was designed to leak. And it goes like a rocket, and the clutch feels good. It was a little bit slippy, but we did go a bit mad with the WD-40 on the sinter plates. So that'll soon burn off, and it won't slip then. And you have to really strong it to make it slip anyway. So all in all, I reckon it's a great success. So the next thing we're going to do at some stage is to make it so that when you put your foot on the brake, all 4 brake shoes in the rear wheels come into action. Because at the moment it's got 4 brake shoes, 2 in each hub, that come on with a handbrake, and another 4 that come on with a foot brake. But the foot brake's not the best, so I think if we can link them together so the handbrake carries on being as it is now, but when you put your foot on the brake, it puts all 4 shoes on, and I think that will improve the brakes immensely. So hopefully, in the future, when the weather cheers up and possibly I'll get my racing licence, we'll do something with it, and you'll be able to see it really going, because it does feel very fast at the moment. And when I last drove it at Goodwood, it never felt as good as that. So I think it's going to be very good in the future. Don't forget to subscribe. And we're working on the Lotus 7. And I've just made a heat tray underneath the carburettors, because I'm convinced that when you switch it off, the heat goes up, the carburettors are soaked in heat, and it gets evaporation, because it's such a devil to start once it's hot. So that's the next experiment. But anyway, in the future, again, when the weather cheers up, hopefully we'll be doing a bit more with this.